So here we go. I feared I'd never know that big, passionate love I'd only read about in books. So I was amazed when my hunky Peruvian pen pal showed up on my doorstep in Seattle declaring, I have come for you. He played his guitar and sang me beautiful Spanish love songs with lyrics like, Let the moon fall from the sky, let the stars all burn out and die. I won't care as long as I have you. Wow. It'd be awful if the moon fell and the stars died, but he wouldn't mind if he had me. I didn't just fall. I had an out of body experience. My rational self left my body, freeing me to say, don't go back to Peru. Stay here with me. And he did. Months later, he proposed, I accepted, and we set the date. This whirlwind romance felt so right to me, but not to my family, who said, what's the rush? You're only 26. Get to know him better. They don't understand that I know everything I need to know. Plus, he gets me, which is why on the night before our wedding, he's brought me to my favorite spot, a hilltop overlooking the Puget Sound, where the city lights reflect off the water almost as brightly as our love. The silence is soothing until my handsome fiance breaks it. Once we're married, I want us to be completely honest with each other. What? I thought we were already on the completely honest plan. So in that spirit, there's something I need to tell you. Uh-oh.
I'm married.
Good guess. When we met, you assumed I was your same age, and I did not correct you. But actually, I'm 6 years older. 6 years older? That makes him 32, a whole different generation, and practically middle age. Breathe out panic. Breathe in perspective. He's still the same man I love. Thank you for telling me. 6 years is no big deal. We're good. But there's something else I need to tell you. Something else? This can't be happening. You know how we've talked excitedly about how neither of us has been married before. Technically, this is my second marriage. See, a good friend told me she'd been diagnosed with cancer and only had a month to live. She'd never get married or have kids. So I said, I'll marry you. And I did. Only then she did not die. So we divorced. I cannot tell you people how many chances he's had to come clean on this. But am I going to let one little pity marriage stand in the way of our happiness? No. So I say, it's not your fault she didn't die. You were just trying to help a friend. Besides, this is still your first real marriage. Thank you for understanding. Now there's just one more thing I need to tell you. How many secrets can one man have? Back in Peru, I have a son. You mean with the cancer survivor? No, with a different woman. But it won't affect us. I've never even seen my son. We have no relationship. How can you not want to know your own kid? He seems so cold, so distant, like a stranger. I don't know if I can marry a stranger. Then I think about all the people who've flown here from all over the world bearing gifts to celebrate our union. Can I really disappoint everyone? That'd be so embarrassing. Would I have to return all the gifts? Worse, if this isn't real love, will I ever find it? And how psycho do you have to be to say I don't at the altar? Who does that outside of a soap opera? I don't know what to do other than sleep on it. Next thing I know, my alarm's blaring. Then my father's walking me down the aisle and the preacher's putting the big question to me first. I know then that my family was right. I don't know him well enough to marry him. but I look out over the sea of expectant faces, and all I can get out is a wobbly, I do. And I did for a year. Toughest year of my life. Luckily, I love myself enough to get divorced. Then I vowed never to exchange vows again until I knew through and through I'd found the big love of my life. It took me 2 decades to get there, but after getting it so wrong, I finally got it right. And now I'm happily married for the first and last time. Oh, thank you, everybody. Yes, it's all too true. And my husband is actually from Scotland, so I continued with my importing a husband technique, which I highly recommend.